For the third year, the Ministry of Defence and the Ministry of Culture present their cultural extravaganza, Vande Bharatam. 1,500 dancers, 30 folk dance styles, 199 are tribal dance artists. We have Bollywood artists and classical dancers. And this grand performance representing the cultural splendor of India, a symbol of the tireless creative work of the Sangeet Natak Academy and the zonal cultural centers, an autonomous body of the Ministry of Culture. Out of the total of 1,500 female artists, we have 199 from the tribes, 399 classical dancers, and 56 from Bollywood. Of the masks that will be seen here, 57 masks are related to tribal dances, while 63 are used in folk dances. Kuchipudi, Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Satriya, Odissi, Manipuri, Mohiniyattam. You name the dance form, they are all going to be represented here. Beauty and culture with perfect grace, rhythm, and diversity. It's a very proud moment for India to showcase the complete kaleidoscope that makes up this great nation, a nation we call home, a nation that we belong to. Cultural performances, Vande Bharatam depicting Nari Shakti, here on Kartavya Path. Everybody wanting to identify with a particular dance style, familiar to them, or close to their state. So everybody all set to witness this beautiful segment of the Republic Day Parade as India comes together to celebrate its 75th Republic Day. A lot of agencies have put in their effort to synchronize the sound system. Each dancer beautifully choreographed and synchronized.
भारत यानी भव्य भूगोल और अतुल्य इतिहास, शास्त्रों के मूल सिद्धांतों से समावेशी संविधान तक, शून्य के आविष्कार से डिजिटल विश्व में व्यापक छलांगे, पंचांगों के खगोलीय गणित से चंद्रयान की सफलता, दुनिया के कॉर्पोरेट क्षेत्र में भारतीयों का सम्मानजनक रुतबा, विश्व शक्ति की डगर पर बढ़ते कदम, ये परिणाम है देश हित को समर्पित सोच का, सधे हुए सन्निष्ठ नेतृत्व का, कर्मयोग के कार्यान्वयन का। ये है संकल्प से सिद्धि। वंदे भारतम। नमन तुझे, शत नमन तुझे, है नमन तुझे, है नमन तुझे, शत नमन तुझे, शत नमन तुझे। संकल्प लिए जो भी हमने उन्हें सिद्धि तक पहुंचाना है।
त्याग और तप की है।
शांति का मार्ग दिखाती है।
इसीलिए ये भारत भूमि
शांति दूत कहलाती है।
संकल्प से सिद्धि के लिए हमने लिए हैं 5 प्राण। विकसित भारत का लक्ष्य, गुलामी के हर अंश से मुक्ति। करें अपनी समृद्ध विरासत पर गर्व। एकता और एकजुटता, हम में रहे कर्तव्य की भावना। अब दृष्टि है वर्ष 2047 पर।
जय है जवान, जय है किसान, जय है विज्ञान, जय है अनुसंधान।
नारी शक्ति, युवा शक्ति, नारी शक्ति और युवा शक्ति करती प्रगति में योगदान।
जय है जवान, जय है किसान।
ना 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 ना। संस्कृति हमारी गौरवशाली।
संस्कार हमारे बलशाली। विरासत हमारी है निराली। क्यों गर्व करें ना हम वंदे भारतम, आ रहे हैं हम वंदे भारतम। पहुंच कर शिखर पर ही लेंगे अब हम दम। आ रहे हैं हम वंदे, वंदे, ओ आ रहे हैं हम भारतम, भारतम, वंदे भारतम।
संकल्प लिए जो भी हमने,
उन्हें सिद्धि तक पहुंचाना है।
वो क्षितिज पर 2047 का सूर्य प्रकाशित कर रहा है विश्व को भारत की विश्व शक्ति किरणों से। विश्व शक्ति पर सामरिक नहीं, सांस्कृतिक, सामाजिक, औद्योगिक, आध्यात्मिक। हमारा लक्ष्य है विश्व शांति और भारतीय जनता की सुख समृद्धि। हमारे विश्व कुटुंब के लिए ये हो सकता है, हो के रहेगा। वर्ष 2047 हम आ रहे हैं।
भारत की सांस्कृतिक
वंदे
विविधता को इन कलाकारों द्वारा यहाँ कर्तव्य पथ पर प्रस्तुत किया गया है।
The appreciation of the spectators, palpable as they give them a loud and long applause. A kaleidoscope of color, music, classical dance traditions, contemporary and modern dance styles, a huge, expansive canvas of cultural pageantry being displayed, Vande Bharatam. As we move towards the culmination of the parade, we now await the grand spectacle. The motorcycle riders who will display their acrobatic skills on the ground. And then the grand finale, where we will see the aerobatic skills in the sky of the Indian Air Force. The excitement really palpable here as we strain our eyes to the left of the saluting base to see the first rider of the combined women's contingent of the SSB, CRPF and BSF for the first time on Kartavya Path. The debut of this year's Republic Day Parade. The riders have obviously been training for a very long time to display their skills here. The crowd's restless because they know that they have to be alert to the riders who will flash by. We have the invited guests from various states and union territories, dressed in their traditional attire, also witnessing this historical parade. Paying attention to what is going on the ground, President Macron, Prime Minister Modi, all watching. The riders of this combined contingent, all women, and we can now see their headlights on as they are approaching the saluting days. They are a determined, mentally alert and physically fit group with unmatched courage, stamina and precision in handling their moving vehicles. It's indeed creditable to them that they not only have to maintain speeds, maintain a balance, and also complete their maneuvers in the stipulated time, but also have to be alert to any untoward event that might take place. And they do this ensuring that it is done efficiently and in complete safety. Assistant Commandant Seema Nag of the team, right in front on the motorcycle as she salutes.
सहायक कमांडेंट सीमा नाग अभिवादन फॉर्मेशन में सलामी मंच के सामने से गुजरते हुए शौर्य और संतुलन की मिसाल पेश करते हुए, और यह लक्ष्यता फॉर्मेशन सीआरपीएफ की सशस्त्र महिला कार्मिकों का, जिसमें रीता बिस्ट कांस्टेबल के साथ 8 महिला कार्मिक शामिल, वर्सटैलिटी का प्रदर्शन करते हुए इसके ठीक पीछे सर्वत्र सुरक्षा सीआरपीएफ, बीएसएफ और एसएसबी की महिला कार्मिक।
Seema Prahari, 15 women along with Constable Anupam, showing how they provide security at the borders. Nari Shakti is the next contingent, Inspector Sahnaz Khatun with 13 others, all deployed in the hinterland of the country. You'll agree that the choreography requires innumerable hours of practice and exacting standards. And as thrilling as it is to see the sport, we must also warn our viewers not to try this or attempt any of these maneuvers on our roads. Please remember that they are professional riders who have received several hours of training.
अभिनंदन फॉर्मेशन कर्तव्य पथ पर बीएसएफ की महिला कार्मिकों द्वारा कमान इंस्पेक्टर सोनिया बनवारी के हाथों में और 27 महिला कार्मिक उनको सहयोग करते हुए योग से सिद्धि मन और शरीर के सामंजस्य का प्रदर्शन। कांस्टेबल अनिता भारती और 7 अन्य महिला कार्मिकों के साथ उन्हें इस फॉर्मेशन में देखा जा सकता है।
Constable Rekha and 11 others, proving that yoga is essentially a spiritual discipline based on an extremely subtle science. The emphasis on discipline and exercise through yoga. Sadhana, Constable Shivleela with 9 others, single-minded concentration, allowing them to perform on those beam roles. Constable Vijeta Balale Rao and 18 others demonstrate the oneness of thought and action in Tanmayata.
सीआरपीएफ बीएसएफ की ये महिला कमान इस समय सलामी मंच के सामने संतुलन और शौर्य का असाधारण उदाहरण पेश करते हुए अनंतता, तेजस्विता, छू लो आसमान जैसे फॉर्मेशंस एसएसबी और सीआरपीएफ के महिला कार्मिक कर्तव्य पथ को गर्मजोशी रोमांच से सराबोर करते हुए उपस्थित जनसमूह आह्लादित है, रोमांचित है, करतल ध्वनि से अभिनंदन करता हुआ इन जांबाजों के नायाब, जानदार, यादगार प्रदर्शन।
Precision to the split of a second that has all of us watching them mesmerized by the kind of antics they are performing today. Constable Neelam Grave with 2 others, Constable Poonam with 5 others, doing the Chandrayaan. Achieving greater heights, women of the SSB, CRPF and BSF. Ekagrata, Constable Sheikh Kajal Ilahi with 11 others, displaying mindfulness, which shows the balance that they achieve between personnel. A teamwork that is on display.
अगली फॉर्मेशन की विषय वस्तु है समन्वय स्थिरता। इसे सीआरपीएफ की कांस्टेबल साची पांडे और 19 अन्य महिला कर्मियों ने तैयार किया है। सलामी मंच के सामने से गुजरते हुए इस प्रदर्शन के माध्यम से बल कार्मिक की फोकस्ड अटेंशन को दर्शाया जा रहा है। और इसके ठीक पीछे है पिनेकल ऑफ द फॉर्मेशंस यानी यशस्विनी कांस्टेबल वंदना और 47 अन्य महिला कार्मिक इसमें शामिल। समन्वय, साहस, समावेशिता का बेजोड़ प्रदर्शन।
The human pyramid, formed by Constable Vandana Yadav and 47 others, creative choreography, innovative postures, routines that defy gravity, balancing themselves on moving vehicles fitted with their props.
Nari Shakti, balancing things at home, balancing at work, and now balancing with perfection on Kartavya Path. Breathtaking formations, perfect balance, totally focused and seemingly effortless. So after gravity-defying feats on the ground, we now await the grand finale of the Republic Day Parade. The Indian Air Force will present a breathtaking fly-past. Precision at tremendous speeds will be on display today, and we will witness some awe-inspiring aerobatics done with professional precision. In fact, traditionally, fly-pasts also serve as an aerial salute. They show respect, display aircraft, showcase flying skills, and delight the public.
उत्सुकता से इंतजार है यहाँ पर हर व्यक्ति को कि कुछ ही देर में यहाँ वायुसेना के हवाई जहाज कर्तव्य पथ के ऊपर से जब गुजरेंगे, एक शानदार फ्लाई पास्ट, और उसके लिए आने वाले जितने भी हवाई जहाज हैं वो देश के अलग अलग वायुसेना के एयरबेस से उड़ान भरकर यहाँ पहुँचते हैं और क्रम से उसके बाद कर्तव्य पथ के ऊपर से गुजरते हैं। बेहतरीन समन्वय और नियंत्रण का प्रदर्शन होता है। फ्लाई पास्ट वायुसेना इस समारोह को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाती हुई कुछ ही देर में यहां शानदार फ्लाई पास्ट।
And today we are showing you actually aerial shots taken specially to actually make this whole fly past become very real for you. And these are shots taken from Prachand, the first formation, which is in a short while from now will go past the saluting base. And these shots have been specially procured and are presented here so that not only do you get a real, or if you want to say surreal experience of the complete fly past, and to herald the beginning of the second innings, the Prachand formation led by our very own indigenously manufactured light combat helicopter flanked by the Apache and indigenous advanced light helicopter Mark IV in arrow formation led by Group Captain Deepak Vishnoi. The Apaches are from 125 Helicopter Squadron. Gladiators being captained by Group Captain Anand Kumar Yadav and Wing Commander Hashir Habib, Vayusena Medal, with Squadron Leader Ragi Ramachandran as the co-pilot. And following them were Wing Commander Rupendra Kumar Mishra and Wing Commander Sushil Khajuria in the indigenously designed and developed helicopters of the 116 helicopter unit known as the Tank Busters.
और प्रचंड फॉर्मेशन के बाद अगली फॉर्मेशन होगी तंगेल। ये दृश्य कैसा दिखता है, ये फॉर्मेशन आपके लिए खास तौर पर इनको रिकॉर्ड किया गया और इस समय आप इन्हें देख सकते हैं। और कुछ ही देर में यहां पर हेरिटेज फ्लाइट का डकोटा विमान और 2 डॉनियर विमानों के साथ विग फॉर्मेशन में यहां से गुजरेंगे। 1971 के भारत पाक युद्ध में वायुसेना की ट्रांसपोर्ट फ्लीट की शानदार भूमिका को तंगेल एयर ड्रॉप से याद करते हुए इस फॉर्मेशन का नाम रखा गया है। विंग कमांडर AK सिंह और विंग कमांडर HD गाला डकोटा विमान को उड़ा रहे हैं। तंगेल 2 जो डॉनियर विमान है उसकी कमान विंग कमांडर शुभम मिश्रा के हाथों में, उनके साथ फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट साई श्रद्धा, और जो दूसरा डॉनियर विमान होगा उसमें स्क्वाड्रन लीडर निकिता मल्होत्रा और उनके को पायलट फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट N गुरुनाथन। तंगेल फॉर्मेशन में निगाहें आकाश की ओर, राष्ट्रपति भवन की तरफ। वहां आकाश में एक एक करके ये हवाई जहाज कर्तव्य पथ की ओर बढ़ते हुए।
And in the misty skyline we can see the Tangel formation. Our cameras are trying their best to catch perfect shots for you, being led by an Indian Air Force Dakota of Heritage Flight with 2 Dorniers of 41 Squadron in WIG formation, going past the saluting base. And now after Tangel, we look forward to the next formation, which is the Arjun formation, named after Marshal of the Air Force Arjun Singh. And these are shots from the formation taken, and these are not live shots, we'd like to remind you. This formation will be led by the C-295, the latest tactical transport aircraft of the Indian Air Force from 11 Squadron, being captained by Group Captain Prashant Singh Negi and Wing Commander Vikram Seth, with 2 C-130J tactical transport aircraft in WIG formation being flown by Group Captain Ankit Raj Singh and Squadron Leader Sparsh Helawat to the right, and Wing Commander Manish Vyas and Squadron Leader KV Prasad to the left, all from 77 Squadron known as the Veiled Vipers.
कर्तव्य पथ के ऊपर अर्जुन फॉर्मेशन, एयरफोर्स के मार्शल अर्जुन सिंह के नाम पर यह फॉर्मेशन। कर्तव्य पथ पर धूप तो निकल आई है लेकिन अभी आकाश में धुंध बाकी है, इसलिए ढूंढना पड़ता है इन फॉर्मेशंस को, लेकिन उत्सुकता बरकरार। और ये अगली फॉर्मेशन नेत्र फॉर्मेशन, ये उसके दृश्य जो पहले रिकॉर्ड किए गए हैं और इस समय हम इन्हें देख सकते हैं। आकाश में नेत्र, आकाश में आंखें चाहिए टोह के लिए। एम्ब्रेयर विमान इस फॉर्मेशन की अगुवाई करेगा। स्वदेशी निगरानी सिस्टम से लैस ये एयरबॉर्न अर्ली वार्निंग एंड कंट्रोल है। ये शत्रु के विमान को बहुत दूर से पहचान कर अपने लड़ाकू विमानों को उन्हें नष्ट करने का निर्देश दे सकता है। इस विमान के दोनों तरफ मल्टीरोल सुखोई 30 MKI फाइटर विमान।
Going past the saluting base, the Netra formation. Eyes in the skies.
एम्ब्रेयर की कमान ग्रुप कैप्टन एस गुणाशेखरन, सुखोई 30 में ग्रुप कैप्टन उत्तर कुमार और विंग कमांडर मनीष जाखड़ विग फॉर्मेशन में उड़ान भरते हुए कर्तव्य पथ के ऊपर से गुजरे।
You know, viewers, the special shots that we are bringing for you, the pre-recorded ones, are the closest that most of us can get an experience of actually being in one of these aircraft and flying them. Here, these are shots of the Varuna formation. Kartavya Path will now resonate with excitement. Varuna is the god of sea and rain, the deity of the coastal landscape, and according to an Indian Navy pilot, it's a very, very special plane for them. So an Indian Navy P-8I maritime vehicle leading this formation with two Su-30s of the Indian Air Force in Vic formation. The P-8I being flown by Commander Ruchit Gaur along with Group Captain Manoj Yadav and Wing Commander Parvinder Singh Chahal as Varuna 2 and 3 flying the Sukhois of 31 Squadron, popularly known as the Lions. The Lions roaring across Kartavya Path today.
वरुण फॉर्मेशन के बाद अगली फॉर्मेशन है भीम, और ये भीम फॉर्मेशन के दृश्य जो हमने रिकॉर्ड किए हैं, ये कॉकपिट से किस तरह दिखता है आकाश और ये फॉर्मेशन। शक्ति का प्रतीक भीम और इस फॉर्मेशन की अगुवाई भारी और शक्तिशाली ट्रांसपोर्ट विमान C-17 कर रहा है। वायुसेना के C-17 विमान की कमान ग्रुप कैप्टन समीप निझावन के पास है और इसके साथ दो सुखोई 30 विमान स्क्वाड्रन लीडर अमित कुमार यादव और विंग कमांडर अक्षय अरुण महाले की कमान में कुछ ही देर में यहां कर्तव्य पथ के ऊपर से गुजरेंगे।
This is the beam formation, which our cameras are now going to catch for you. So as we shared earlier, it's a cloudy sky, and the pre-recorded visuals are definitely very clear, giving you clarity. But today, though we all did pray to the sun gods, but yes, we got some, but we didn't get some. Now we have the Amrit formation, and these are views that you can see of that. All Jaguars. Formation derives its name from Amrit Kal, India's vision for 2047. And the Arrowhead formation will be flown by 6 Jaguar aircraft led by Group Captain Nagendra Abhishek along with his wingmen, Wing Commander Manorat Sabarwal, Wing Commander Vishwanathan Naga, Wing Commander Jay Krishnan, Squadron Leader Akash Karpe and Wing Commander Chakrapani Kajla, all from the 14th and 5 squadrons popularly known as the Bulls and the Tuskers respectively.
लगभग 750 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार और ऊंचाई 300 मीटर की आकाश में ओझल हो गए 6 जैगुआर विमान ग्रुप कैप्टन नागेंद्र अभिषेक की कमान में। अगली फॉर्मेशन वज्रांग, भारतीय वायुसेना के 6 राफेल लड़ाकू विमान मारुत फॉर्मेशन में। ये दृश्य कॉकपिट से। फॉर्मेशन की कमान संभाली है ग्रुप कैप्टन अभिषेक त्रिपाठी ने, उनके साथ विंग कमांडर चैतन्य सूर्यवंशी, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर यश सावलकर, विंग कमांडर अमित वर्मा, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर सुशील शिंदे और स्क्वाड्रन लीडर विजय चांदगुड़े।
All Rafale aircrafts, the Vajrang formation, meaning diamond-bodied, showcasing 6 Rafale fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force, led by Group Captain Abhishek Tripathi with his wingmen, Wing Commander Chaitanya Suryavanshi, Squadron Leader Yash Savalkar, Wing Commander Amit Verma, Squadron Leader Sushil Sinde, and squadron leader Vijay Changure, all from 101 Squadron, known as the Falcons.
त्रिशूल फॉर्मेशन, कर्तव्य पथ के सामने जो नहर है उसके ऊपर से कुछ ही देर में 3 सुखोई 30 MKI लड़ाकू जहाज त्रिशूल फॉर्मेशन में गुजरेंगे। 900 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार, बुराई का नाश करने के लिए त्रिशूल फॉर्मेशन की अगुवाई कर रहे हैं ग्रुप कैप्टन सचिन अरोड़ा और उनके साथ ग्रुप कैप्टन ओमार ब्राउन और विंग कमांडर नवजोत सिंह।
As these Su-30s go past the saluting base, flying at these heights and speeds, the pilots are rigorously trained to handle extreme physical and mental pressure, and the focus and expertise with which they fly, maneuver, change direction and speeds at these heights requires unparalleled courage, determination and passion for flying. Visuals now of the Vijay formation to mark the conclusion of the Grand Republic Day celebration. We will soon see an Indian Air Force Rafale displaying the Vijay maneuver. We will see the Rafale flying at a speed of 900 kilometers per hour, all set to touch the sky with glory as it executes the victory roll maneuver over Kartavya Path, also called vertical Charlie. It's a very spectacular maneuver in the vertical Charlie, an acrobatic maneuver in which the aircraft pulls up vertically and carries out rolls at that altitude before stabilizing at a higher altitude. Aircraft was flown by Group Captain Arun Kumar and co-piloted by Squadron Leader Shivangi Singh, both from 17 Squadron, known as the Golden Arrows. So all heads turning skywards and the gaze searching for that glimmer of silver. We are once again filled with wonder and respect for the brilliance of this display by the Indian Air Force.
शानदार फ्लाई पास्ट, हमारे वायु वीरों ने एक रोमांच की नई कथा, एक नई ऊंचाई यहां दर्शा दी। बहुत ही उत्साहित जनसमूह इस 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह पर उत्साह और रोमांच, बहुत ही शानदार समापन, शानदार फ्लाई पास्ट वायुसेना का।
Absolutely. So, though the parade here concludes at Kartavya Path today, the celebrations do not end. As we saw those happy faces, excited young people, today with the understanding that India has come a long way since it became an independent republic, with a lot of hard work, dedication and wise leadership from many quarters, we know that we still have a long way to go to ensure that the constitution we adopted and whose adoption we celebrate today takes on true meaning for every Indian. But yes, we have a lot to celebrate too. A young population positioned to accelerate economic growth, a vibrant democracy where the constitution guides and shows us the way, and an inherent belief in unity that will always bridge the differences and diversity. The President's bodyguard have arrived here to escort the Supreme Commander along with the chief guest for today's parade back to Rashtrapati Bhavan.
As we reach the culmination of the 75th Republic Day Parade, all the officials standing in line. We now see the President's bodyguard arriving the presidential carriage moving forward to his position. The 75th Republic Day Parade is not just a spectacle. It is a reflection of India's journey over the past 7 decades and a glimpse into its future aspirations. Cries of Bharat Mata Ki Jai resounding in the atmosphere as the presidential carriage moves forward. And the president, escorted by the Prime Minister and other guests who were seated in the special enclosure, coming down the steps to acknowledge the presence of the three chiefs, the Chief of Defence Staff, the Defence Minister, and other dignitaries who are present here. Everyone waiting to see this spectacular display of military power, presidential pomp and pageantry.
इस बार का गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह कई मायनों में खास है। इस बार विशेष रूप से आमंत्रित लगभग 13,000 अतिथियों को यहां बुलाया गया। उनके लिए विशेष दीर्घाओं में स्थान निश्चित किया गया और इस समय माननीय राष्ट्रपति, आज के समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति, प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं सलामी मंच से। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री और अन्य गण्यमान्य व्यक्ति एक भव्य और शानदार समारोह जिसमें लगभग 40 वर्षों बाद बहुत लोगों ने बग्घी को पहली बार देखा। एक पीढ़ी बदल गई इस दौरान, जब पिछली बार कर्तव्य पथ पर ये बग्घी आई थी और आज ये भव्य समारोह हमारा 75वां गणतंत्र दिवस।
The President of India, the Supreme Commander of the Indian Armed Forces, ready to depart from the venue, along with the chief guest for today's parade, the President of France. And today, as President Draupadi Murmu leaves the saluting base, she carries with her the warmth of another parade, showcasing India in all its myriad colors, forms, and strengths. An aspiring nation on the move, a country coming into its own, learning and growing, and yet at times leading with knowing, capable, paradoxical, dependable, and vocal. Not very describable, but yes, very relatable. In fact, in India, similarities make us one and our differences make us strong. And as we conclude our 75th Republic Day celebrations here on Kartavya Path, the thousands who came to see the parade go back home, we once again wish with all our warmth Republic Day greetings. It's a day of celebration. The President's bodyguard now getting the command to position themselves to the right and the left of the buggy and escort the dignitaries towards Rashtrapati Bhavan. Warm smiles, warm feelings, and a warm sense of satisfaction. So all those who got out early in the morning seem very content. Yes, it was worth it. Yes, it was worth coming out here to see India, a resplendent vision, a slice of our country.
देश की सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, इस वर्ष गणतंत्र दिवस के हमारे खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों के साथ कर्तव्य पथ से रायसीना पहाड़ी की ओर राष्ट्रपति भवन की ओर समारोह पूर्वक प्रस्थान कर रही हैं, जिन्हें एस्कॉर्ट कर रहे हैं प्रेसिडेंट बॉडीगार्ड के जोशीले जवान, रेजिमेंट के कमांडेंट कर्नल अमित बेरवाल अपने घोड़े ग्लोरियस पर, राष्ट्रपति महोदय के दाहिनी ओर और बाईं ओर अपने घोड़े पर कर्नल रमाकांत, लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल रमाकांत यादव, राष्ट्रपति जी की बग्गी की अगुवाई अपने घोड़े अर्जुन पर रिसालदार सुंदर सिंह तंवर कर रहे थे। देश के उपराष्ट्रपति श्री जगदीप धनखड़, उनकी पत्नी श्रीमती सुदेश धनखड़, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, राष्ट्रपति महोदया के प्रस्थान के बाद एक के बाद एक गण्यमान्य अतिथि समारोह स्थल से प्रस्थान करेंगे। उपस्थित जनसमूह उत्कंठा से अपने अपने स्थानों पर मौजूद हैं, जिन्होंने देश की समृद्ध सांस्कृतिक विरासत और वैभव का अलौकिक प्रदर्शन देखा, जिन्होंने सामरिक शक्ति के प्रदर्शन देखे। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय श्री जगदीप धनखड़ प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं कर्तव्य पथ स्थित सलामी मंच से।
The Vice President, Sri Jagdeep Dhankar, and his wife, Dr. Sudesh Dhankar, taking leave from the saluting base. As each of the dignitaries will slowly move from this venue, the Honorable Prime Minister, making his usual stride across to greet the spectators who are assembled here, and the guests are really excited to be able to acknowledge him and greet him and see him at close quarters. This festival of people's power on display here, a parade that celebrates the memory of the momentous struggle that the founders of the Republic undertook for freedom from imperialism and building a modern democratic nation. India, the mother of democracy, and Viksit Bharat. The Prime Minister acknowledging the presence of these special invitees, a lot of women who are here, specially invited to participate in the Republic Day Parade from distant corners of the country. You can see a section of the Northeast represented there.
ये समारोह का वो हिस्सा है जिसका यहाँ आने वाले हर व्यक्ति को इंतज़ार रहता है, प्रतीक्षा रहती है, जब प्रधानमंत्री दर्शक दीर्घाओं के निकट जाते हैं और उनका अभिवादन स्वीकार करते हैं। बहुत ही रोमांच से भरे हुए क्षण होते हैं जब वो प्रधानमंत्री को अपने इतने निकट पाते हैं। ये वो दीर्घाएं हैं जहां पर विशेष रूप से बुलाए गए अतिथि, अलग अलग योजनाओं के लाभार्थी और आनंद सूत्र के बुनकर और कारीगर, इसके साथ साथ स्वयं सेवा समूह के लोग, गांव के अलग अलग प्रतिनिधि, ये सभी यहां पर मौजूद और इनकी दीर्घाओं के सामने से प्रधानमंत्री गुजरते हुए अभिवादन स्वीकार करते हुए।
Indeed, the Prime Minister has always broken the barriers of security, which is actually a matter of concern for the security persons who are on duty here. But the Prime Minister has to acknowledge and celebrate the contributions of all the people who are assembled here, those who are watching, those who join him for this spectacle.
The form of government chosen by the leaders of a nation is a critical determinant of the type of life its citizens and future generations will live. And when India chose to become a democracy, it set for itself a daunting and difficult path. Because to uphold democratic principles in a country that was yet to experience unity as a separate entity, and that too in a nation that was as diverse as one could be, which we saw today, was surely no easy task. And today, we can see right in front of us as Prime Minister Narendra Modi walks along the enclosures that as the largest democracy in the world, India has kept its democracy vibrant and strong. Its people are its priority. Its people are its engines, driving change, powering growth, giving direction. And therein lies the core of a future developed nation. A developed nation that young generations sitting in this audience and young viewers, all of them tuned in to this live telecast. That's a future in store for them and for all of us.
कर्तव्य पथ पर काफी बड़ा इलाका है सलामी मंच के दाएं और बाईं ओर, जहां प्रधानमंत्री दर्शक दीर्घाओं के निकट जाकर अभिवादन स्वीकार कर रहे हैं और जनसमूह बहुत ही उत्साहित उनको अपने निकट पाकर। ये ऐसे क्षण जिन्हें यहां मौजूद कई दर्शक अपने कैमरों में कैद कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए विशेष अवसर। और आज हमारा गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह समापन की ओर बढ़ता हुआ।
In fact, a question that often comes up in today's world of quick turnaround times and task delivery orientation is what is the role of traditional ceremonies and protocol? Well, institutions need to be nurtured organically. And today's celebration is an organic nurturing of that institution, like we nurture our democracy. Beyond the individual, focusing on the nation. A healthy democracy, resting on transition of generations of people, of parties in power, and the seamlessness, constitutional nature and dignity of these transitions strengthen a democracy. And India is a live example of not only transitions, but also of a democracy growing from strength to strength.
प्रधानमंत्री दर्शक दीर्घाओं के निकट जाते हुए, और कोई भी दर्शक दीर्घा ऐसा लगता है उनसे छूटी नहीं जहां तक वो पहुंचे नहीं। यहां दर्शकों का अभिवादन स्वीकार करते हुए अंदाजा लगाइए, पूरे कर्तव्य पथ पर 77,000 दर्शक आज यहां मौजूद रहे, जिनमें 13,000 विशेष अतिथि थे, अलग अलग योजनाओं के लाभार्थी, स्वयं सहायता समूह, अनंत सूत्र के कारीगर, मन की बात में जिनका जिक्र प्रधानमंत्री ने किया वो सब। और अब ये वो दृश्य जो याद रह जाएंगे सबको, जैसे आना सफल हुआ सबका, प्रधानमंत्री उनकी दीर्घाओं के निकट गए, अभिवादन स्वीकार किया।
And that's why National Day celebrations are reflective in nature too. Today's celebration started with homage to the Amar Jawan, and when the color, the pomp and the pageantry of the parade began, we had securely placed them in our hearts. And that courage and valor was the lens we used to view the parade. Times are changing, contexts are changing. Science and techniques and technology is changing. In fact, the art of war is changing. But building people to people relationships, being connected to the people, connecting the people, that is a skill that doesn't change. Today, we are linked to each other, but not so connected. And this walk down Kartavya Path by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is building a deep connection.
कर्तव्य पथ करीब करीब 3 किलोमीटर लंबा है और प्रधानमंत्री ने आज इसको लगभग चलकर यहां दर्शक दीर्घाओं में उनके निकट जाकर दर्शकों का अभिवादन स्वीकार किया। प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं कर्तव्य पथ से इस 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह पर, जिसका शानदार और भव्य समापन समृद्ध और विकसित राष्ट्र का लक्ष्य भला एक दिन में कहां पूरा होता है। हां, लेकिन अगर हम ठान लें तो एक दिन अवश्य पूरा होता है। वक्त बदल रहा है, हम वक्त को बदल रहे हैं। ये राष्ट्रपथ है समृद्ध भारत का, सशक्त भारत का। गणतंत्र दिवस की शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
So iconic Kartavya Path and the skies above Kartavya Path coming alive with 75th Republic Day Parade, representing vibrant elements of India's diversity to India's military might and much, much more. Pretty much in tandem with the theme of this year's Republic Day, that is Viksit Bharat or Developed India, and also India as mother of democracy. We're going to continue with our special broadcast on the occasion of the 75th Republic Day. Very glad to quickly go across to our special guest. Joining us live on this broadcast, Dr. Swasti Rao, Associate Fellow from IDSA, joining us on this broadcast, and also welcoming Francois Gauthier, renowned French journalist who has written and covered India extensively, but he's India-based, but a French national, joining us on the show. Francois, bonjour, thank you, namaskar for joining us. But very quickly, the parade has concluded. Can we have him on the screens, please? The parade has concluded, but it seems that the Republic Day celebrations in India haven't concluded yet, and especially the befitting conclusion here when you have the Prime Minister himself walking down the very iconic Kartavya Path. Overall, how do you look at the celebrations and the theme and the larger messaging of 75th Republic Day celebrations?
I was very impressed, particularly by the number of women that were present in that parade, and women of standing and courage and beauty. This is what struck me most, and I think President Macron would have felt the same thing. Is that there is often that image of Indian women, submissive and behind the scenes and beaten, but what we saw today is, the power of the Shakti, the power of the women in India and in the armed force. Yes, they have a tremendous place. So I was very impressed by that, by the presence of women and their, their composure and the way they marched and the way they projected themselves. As a lover of India, it made me proud.
Okay.
I also noticed that President Macron was impressed too. He kept nodding his head and smiling.
Yes, we noticed that too. Francois, stay with us, and we have another very vibrant woman on the show, Swasti Rao. Swasti, thank you very much for standing by. Now, your thoughts, please. I mean, this represented everything about India, the long journey, the legacy, the heritage, which has been our strength. But what do you think has set apart this year's Republic Day celebrations, the parade, the grandeur, the expanse, and everything that goes with it?
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to join you, as usual, and also my regards to Mr. Gauthier. I keep reading his work, and he really is a true Indologist. He loves India and loves the Indian culture, so I'm a great admirer of his work. With that, of course, when you ask me what sets this year's Republic Day celebrations apart from the other years, well, I think the most the most valid way of looking at what has been happening in terms of India-France relations, or in terms of having President Macron over as our chief guest today. I think it's this wonderful continuation, right? So I think this is perhaps the most important thing, that in a very, very unstable, uncertain, and a very dangerous, slowly dangerous, world that is getting slowly dangerous, we have this wonderful bilateral ties, with an extremely trustworthy partner that has stood the test of time.
Yes. We will talk about the relationship between France and India. We'll continue this conversation. But right now, we really need to take a very short break. Francois, I'm requesting you, both of you, in fact, to stay with us. A very short commercial break here. The special broadcast continues on your channel, DD India. Don't go away.